us how to live suffering, attempt and understand that, and quickly realize number.
Namo Saranto Suchitoye Arahati Samyam Sambuddhoshe.
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 Sunshine Sijanmani. Homage to our founding teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage founding teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage to our founding teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage to the Sangama Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Homage to the Sangama Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Homage to the Sangama Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. 无上甚深微妙法，百千万劫难测验。我今见闻得受持，愿解如来真实义。Supreme and modest Dharma, subtle and profound, ready as encountered even in billions of years. And now I see and hear, accept and uphold it, and I truly understand Buddha's actual meaning. 诸位法师，诸位有阿弥陀佛。这个 iPad 有问题，一直在 connecting. So we'll continue to discuss the four clear instructions on purity. This is going to be our lesson 3. 那我们继续讨论四种清净明慧。那今天这个已经是第3堂课了。我们讲过这4种清净明慧，就指断淫。So these are the 4 clear instructions: renounce sexual desire, renounce killing, renounce stealing, and renounce false claims. 这4个清净明慧，淫杀盗妄，这是5戒的，大家都很清楚了，我就过去就好。好，观再见。那我们还是从这个经文从头开始把它念过一次，做个呼吸。So we'll read the sutra text from the beginning as way to review what we have learned so far. So you can put your palms together in the mind. 请大家合掌。阿难整衣服，在大众中合掌顶礼，心机圆明，悲心交集，利益未来诸众生故，稽首白佛，大悲世尊，我今已悟成佛法门，始终修行，得无疑惑。Ananda straightened his robe, and in the midst of the assembly, placed his palms together and bowed. At once joyful and sorrowful, he now understood perfectly the path his mind had taken. Wishing to benefit the beings of the future, he bowed his head and said respectfully, greatly compassionate and well-honored one, now I understand the Dharma for becoming a Buddha. I can practice this method unhindered by the slightest doubt. 继续。常闻如来说如是言：自为得度先度人者，菩萨发心；自觉因缘能觉他者，如来亦如是。I have often heard those ones say that Bodhisattvas resolve to help others make the crossing before completing the crossing themselves. while the Buddhas, having already completed the closing, act in the world by guiding others to enlightenment. 我虽未度，愿度末劫一切众生。I myself have not completed the closing, but am about to bring across all beings who live in the future in the time of the Dharma's ending. 我这篇经文我就不再解释了，我们因为已经谈过了2次，我们就继续再念。So I'm not going to expand this part of sutra text anymore. We covered it twice already. 那我们再继续念。So we'll continue. 世尊，此诸众生去佛见缘，学识说法如恒而长。欲摄其心入三摩地，云何令其安立道场？远诸魔事于菩提心得无退去。Were on the one, the beings of that time will have become more and more distant from the Buddha, as many false teachers, as there are saints in the river Ganges, will pretend to teach the Dharma. Should any being of that time wish to guard and focus their minds so that they can enter samadhi, how may I guide them towards establishing a place for awakening, where their practice will be secure against demonic disturbances, and where they will not retreat from their resolve to become enlightened. 尔时世尊于大众中称赞阿难，善哉善哉，如汝所问，安立道场，救护众生，末劫沉溺，汝今谛听，当为汝说。Then the word on the one place Ananda. Excellent, excellent. You have asked how a place for awakening may be established in order to rescue and protect beings who are sinking and drowning during the time of the Dharma's ending. Listen carefully, I'll tell you. 阿难大众巍然奉教。Ananda and all the others in the assembly replied that they would respectfully accept and follow the instructions. 我告阿难，汝常闻我毗那耶中宣说修行三决定义，所谓摄心为戒，因戒生定，因定生慧。此者名为三无漏学。The Buddha said to Ananda, where I have explained the Vinaya, you have often heard me speak of 3 essential elements: spiritual practice, precepts which require us to guard and focus the mind, samadhi which arises from following precepts, and wisdom which appears out of samadhi. These are the 3 practices and outflows. 上次我们是谈这些东西，我就再简单的解释一下。Last time we discussed about this, so I lectured to go over that briefly. 那这边，佛陀就告诉阿难尊者说，你常常听到我从前在解释讲戒的时候，毗那也是戒，宣说修行三决定义，修行上有3个特别重要的东西。这个叫做三无漏学，摄心为戒，因戒生定，因定发慧。So these are the Buddha said to Ananda that when he was explaining the Vinaya is precepts. The Buddha often talk about the 3 essential elements of spiritual practice. These are the 3 practices that an outflow is the precepts, samadhi, and wisdom. And precepts is, require us to guard and focus the mind. It's almost like a definition of precepts. Samadhi arises from following the precepts, and wisdom appears out of samadhi. 就是你这边等于是把戒做个定义，摄心就是戒，把心摄住的意思。那因为你持戒的关系，你会生出定力来。因为你有定力，在定中就会你的智慧会显现出来。 这个是上人来解释，这个摄就像你吸铁石一样，把东西吸回来。那也就是说，你要把心给收回来的意思。So this is Master's explanation about these two characters, literally. And he explained the first character like the magnet that will attract iron finally. So essentially you are trying to collect your thoughts. That's what the precept is about. But the translation we have here is using this guard and focus the mind. A bit longer, essentially is in the same thing. I also sometimes translate into contain the mind as searching. Just collect your thoughts, because our mind is wandering all the time. 就我们的心呢，到处跑，你不叫它跑，它也要跑，没有1分钟是不要1分钟，恐怕几秒钟有大起妄想。So our mind is such that it runs away all the time. Even if you don't want it to run away, so go run away. And in the split of second, you may have another thoughts coming up. 这边讲的这个前念灭，后念生，后念灭，后念有生，是在解释我们的这个妄想。前面这个念，消失了以后，后面这个念马上就生出来。那这个念灭了以后，在后面的念又生出来，就是念念不绝，念念不停，就像波浪一样，一个波一个波这样子连续的。So this is an explanation of our ceaseless thoughts. The first thought is off, and the next one is already on its way. And before that one is completely gone, the next one is arising. So our thoughts is just like a waves, one after another, never stop. And our job is to stop that kind of wandering thoughts. 然后我们修行要的就是把这个心给制止，把这个妄想给停下来。我们也谈到孔子讲的这个出入无时，莫知其乡。这个是这8个字的解释心。你的心跑掉了，回来了，没有一定的时候，你不晓得他什么时候跑出去了，什么时候回来，你不知道他跑到哪里去，出去又让不晓得他跑到哪里去。So this is a line, Confucius explain what our thoughts are and our mind are. So it may come and go at any time. Our mind can come back and can go out at any time without give us any notice. And there's no way to know where it's heading. So that's the discretion of the mind. 这个上人讲的说，我们所以不能成佛，不能开悟，不能了道，就是因为没有把我们的这个心给制住。如果你把心制到一起的一处的话，那无事不办；置之一处，无事不办，什么事情都成就了。你要成佛也好，开悟那就更不用说了。So this is the master's instruction. He said that the reason why we can't become Buddhas, we can't become enlightened, we can't awaken in the way, said that we do not have control of our mind. Our mind running away like crazy. And if you can get your thoughts together, there's nothing you cannot do. You'll be successful in anything you do. Okay? So this is the key of the cultivation. We need to get hold of our mind, and if we can be in control of our mind, then when we almost finish with our cultivation. 我们如果能够真的把心制在一处，我们能够掌握我们的心的话，那你的修行那个已经差不多了。 这个是孟子上的一段话，就是我们可以一起来念啊。This is from Lectures， 哀哉，人有鸡犬放，而知求之；有放心而不知求。学不之道无他，求其放心而已矣。How sad when one loses one's chicken or dog, one will definitely go to find it. But when one loses one's mind, one does not go to find it. The way of studying is nothing but finding the lost mind. 这个解释得很好，讲说我们人家里头有宠物丢掉了、跑掉了，你一定会去找，是不是？但是呢，我们的心跑掉了，不知道哪去找。这个放心就是心跑掉的意思，不是说你不用担心。So this is very well said. If your pets get lost, you certainly go to find it, right? But when your mind get lost, you don't know to find it. That's what we usually are. 我们心跑掉了，我们不知道去找。And our mind run away, we don't know to find it back. 那他继续讲说，学不之道无他。他这个等于就是说，他们修行的道理、修行的方法没有其他，求其放心而已。把你那个丢掉的心把它找回来而已。你把你那个跑掉的心找回来，那就是修行的方法。So this I'm talking about how they practice. The way of studying is nothing but finding the lost mind. When your mind get lost, you go to find it. You need to know to find it. Okay? Because most people don't know to find their lost mind, and the cultivation is to find the lost mind. 那我们打妄想的时候，你要赶快的知道打妄想，要把那个心再收回来。是我们一般讲说，不怕念起，只怕觉迟。你不怕有妄想起来，只怕的就是说你不晓得自己有妄想，就是等于你的心跑掉，你不晓得心跑掉了，那你自然就不会去把心找回来。So there's one line in you practice meditation. It says that it's not afraid that you have those wandering thoughts. What you are afraid of is you are not aware of that you have those thoughts. So usually we have lots of wandering thoughts, but we are unaware of it. And if we are aware of that, then we know how to get it back. The thing is that we don't know. We are unaware that our minds, we have thoughts, wandering thoughts. So of course we just follow the thoughts, and we don't know to stop it. So 上人讲这个摄心为戒，就是把这个心摄住，这就是个戒。那戒呢，就是止恶反为。And so this is just Master continue to explain these 4 characters. It's a definition of precepts. And this is the older translation. It translated collect your thoughts as this is the precept. This is shorter than the new translation. And the function of precept is to put a stop to evil and prevent further transgressions. 戒呢，就是你做错的事情，你要赶快停下来。那另外一个作用就是说，防止你做错事情。你有戒在身的时候，你要做错事情，你会比较小心一点，而且你会提醒自己。那不光是你自己会提醒自己，其实你的戒体会提醒你。So when you are upholding the precepts, you know if you are doing something wrong, you know you have to stop it, right? You stop the bad things you are doing. And because you are upholding the precepts, when you want to do something bad, you think twice. So that prevent you from further transgressions. Besides, when you have received the precepts, you have what we call the precept substance or the essence of precept. That will remind you when you are about to do bad things. They will come up on your maybe like age consciousness to remind you this is not something you should do. 那戒体是有这个作用，就是它会提醒我们不要做错事情、做坏事情。And so this is a short definition of the precept. 那这个是一个等于是一个很短的对戒的一个定义，摄行两个字。那我们也看过，就是佛教里头有很多戒，对，最基础的是五戒。We also go through this list. This is the precept in Buddhism. 5 precepts, 8 precepts, also the numbers 10 precepts, 上面的10戒，然后比丘尼戒250、348。These are the Bhikshu and Bhikshunis precepts, 250 and 348. Besides this group, there's another group of Bodhisattva precepts. 那除了上头这边这个我们一般叫声闻戒以外，还有菩萨戒。这个菩萨戒是只有北传有，南传没有菩萨戒。This category, only Mahayana has a Bodhisattva precept. Theravada don't have this precept. And 那这个可以有分作在家的菩萨戒和出家的菩萨戒。You have lay Bodhisattva precept, monks Bodhisattva precept. So there are lots of precepts. You can see that. 那我们就有谈到，还有所谓的略教，是 talk about the short version of the precepts， 谈到这个迦摄佛的戒经，Kashyap Buddha's precept sutra. Actually, all the Buddhas has a short version of the precept, like at least the last 7 Buddhas. I'm taking this one here because this everybody is more familiar with this. 这个略教戒经其实过去7佛都有，我相信其他的佛也都有。就是我们在比丘戒里头就有谈到这过去7佛的戒经。那我这边只把这个迦摄佛的戒经拿出来，因为这几句话是大家耳熟能详的。诸恶莫作，众善奉行，自净其意，是诸佛教。Do no evil, practice all good, and purify your mind. These are the teachings of all Buddhas. So you have only 3 lines, right? This is the precept, the precept sutra. 所以就是12个字，对，是诸恶莫作，众善奉行，自净其意。这个就是个戒。这是一个戒经，所以我们刚刚就是从比较多的，我们一般那个叫做那叫做广戒，这边是略戒，从刚刚很多的5戒、8戒、10戒，居住戒等等，然后现在浓缩成12个字。So we start from the many precepts 5, 8, 10. And Bhikshu, Bhikshuni precept, etc. Now we condense to 3 lines, right? 那在4种七密会里头，又把那个12个字缩短为2个字，缩减为2个字。And for this sutra, there's 4 instructions, clear instruction on purity. It condensed even more condensed from containing your mind is the precept, or say collecting your thoughts. So instead of 3 lines, now you got only 1 line. 所以这个等于是，也许是在所有戒里头最短的定义，2个字，对不对？不可能再短了，再短就剩下戒1个字。So this probably is the shortest definition of precepts. 3 words containing your thoughts, containing your mind, or collecting your thoughts. 那为什么说摄心是戒？So why This the precept is you contain in your mind, and only watch your mind, then that's the precept. 那为什么就是只谈到心，不谈到身口？在八大人觉经里头，也就讲到这个心是恶缘的行为最少，心是恶的源头，一切善也好，恶也好，都是从心来，对不对？一切唯心造，所以心是一个老板。你如果能够心把控制的话，你的口业口呢，身呢口业都会清净。So this is a very short sutra. It says the mind is the source of all evils. It's also the source of all goodness, right? And the mind determines anything. Everything is made up from the mind alone. You want to do good things, do bad things, so it's up to your mind. That's why the mind is so important. You have to watch your mind, and that's why it's containing your mind is the precept. It's the definition. 就是为什么讲到摄心为戒。我们另外有谈到《摄三章经》里头这个31章的一段的经文。We also discussed the section 31 in the Sutra in 42 sections. 这边我就不多谈，主要谈到这个心如工草，工草若止，从者多息。Well, I just want to talk about this line here. Your mind is like a foreman. If the foreman stops, his workers will also quit. You probably noticed yesterday we didn't translate into foreman. Remember what was the translation? So, I think foreman is probably the better translation. 是工头啊，工头，我想这个字应该是比那个supervisor来的好。Do you agree? The head of the workers, right? 就是心好像工头一样，那你工头停下来以后，他的手下的人都停下来，对不对？所以你的心如果就是心能够控制了你不得妄想的话，你的身也不会去做坏事情，口也不会讲，不会去讲的不好的话。同样的就是 ，so the mind is like a foreman, and the foreman stops, and all the workers will quit. So when the mind stops, then your body and your mouth won't do anything bad. So it's essentially still talking about the mind is the boss. That's why containing the mind is so important, and it's the definition of precept. 就是强调说为什么心是这么重要。接下来另外讲的因戒生定，因定发慧，是上人。So next week the master will explain these two lines. Samadhi arises from following precepts, and wisdom appears out of samadhi. 那上人这边讲的就是说，你有戒了，就会生出定力，生出定来。那有这个定呢，就会生出真正的自己的智慧。这其实也不是说生出你自己的智慧，是你的智慧本身的智慧，你自信的智慧会显露出来。因为我们的自信本质清净，本质具足，因为被很多的污浊的东西给盖住了。你觉得，那你定下来的时候，那些东西等于你把那个湿时清复式的那个明镜就会露出来。So， 那上人在那边解释的就是用一杯水，一瓶水。如果这个瓶水呢是污水的话，你看不透。So the master uses the bottled water as an energy. If the water is muddy, you won't be able to see through. If the bottle sit there for a while, the mud will settle down at the bottom, and water become clear, and you can see through. When you see through, that's kind of wisdom. 这个瓶子的水，瓶子你让它在那边静下来，就是你有定力的时候，你就把它定下来。定久了以后呢，这个沙泥会沉淀下来，沉淀以后你就看得过去了。你看过去的话，就等于是你有了那个智慧。所以这就是为什么有定的话会发挥。So when the bottle of water is settled there, just like your mind is settled, you meditate and you are settled down there, then all the thoughts will settle down. And you start with lots of thoughts, and after a while, your thoughts will start to reduce and lessen, feel and feel. And your mind become more clear. You see things more clearly, and that's wisdom. 我们也讲到这个清修戒定慧，熄灭贪嗔痴。戒定慧就是这边讲的三无漏学。贪嗔痴大家都晓得是三毒。We also talk about this cultivate precepts, samadhi and wisdom, put an end to greed, hatred, and delusion. Precept, samadhi, and wisdom, these are the three practice, three and outflows mentioned in the Sangama Sutra. And greed, hatred, and delusion, these are three poisons. You're all familiar with this. 那这个常常看到的，这等于是一个对联一样。你修了戒定慧以后，就能够把贪嗔痴给灭掉。So when you cultivate precept, samadhi, and wisdom well, you essentially can put an end to greed, hatred, delusion. 那我们讲到，你有智慧的时候，你当然就不会愚痴了，对不对？你有定的时候，你不会发脾气。你戒持得好的话，你不会去贪任何东西。So when you have wisdom, of course you are not deluded. And when you have samadhi, you won't get mad easily. And if you uphold precept purely, then you can stop to greed. 那我们也讲到那个佛陀要入灭之前，阿难尊者问了佛陀一个问题，问说佛陀入灭以后，弟子们应该以谁为师 ？So this is a question. Ananda asked the Buddha, and when the Buddha was about to enter Nirvana, so he want to know that who will be the disciples' teacher once the Buddha has entered Nirvana. And the answer, I think everybody knows, is taking precepts as your teacher. So that's precept is very important. 所以戒是非常重要的。那接下来我们再继续看经文 ，so we'll continue the precept, the sutra text. We'll read this together. 阿难，云何摄心我名为戒？若诸世界六道众生其心不隐，则不随其生死相续。Ananda, why do I say that to follow the precepts is to guide and focus the mind? In all worlds, beings in the six destinies, whose minds are free of sexual desire, will not be bound to an unending cycle of death and rebirth. Let's continue here. 汝修三昧，本出尘劳，因心不除，尘不可出。No matter how much you may practice in order to transcend the stress of entanglement with perceived objects, you will never transcend that stress until you have freed yourself from sexual desire. Okay. 这边佛陀就继续讲了。他说他解释为什么他把色心叫做戒，对，为何云何色心我名为戒？就说色心为戒，所以他要解释为什么他把戒定义为色心。So here the Buddha start to explain why he defined precept is to contain in the mind, or here is God and focus the mind is the precepts. 就讲说世界上的六道众生，如果任何众生他心没有淫心淫欲的心的话，那就不会随其生死相去，就不会继续在生死轮回里头。你只要没有淫欲的心的话，你就能够逃出轮回的意思。So we are talking about the living beings. If they can be free of sexual desire, they will not be bound to the unending cycle of death and rebirth. This means samsara. So if you can be free of sexual desire, then you'll be out of samsara. You can end the samsara. So 这个是很重要的。你如果没有淫欲心的话，你就了生死了，等于是这样子。So you end birth and death once you are free of sexual desire. 那这边是佛陀继续讲的，这是 the Buddha continue saying， 你修三昧本来是要跑出尘劳，离开尘劳，淫心不除，你不可能离开这个尘劳。那尘劳我们昨天有讲到，从这个字典上讲的，其实就是烦恼。这个简单的解释是个烦恼，因为这个尘呢。尘也有很多意思，对，灰尘那个尘，它同时也是可以指的小的草的例子，我们说微尘，微尘。另外呢，它可以灰尘是很脏的东西，所以它可以表示是个污垢的东西。另外，它可以是我们的六根的对象，我们的眼睛看的东西，耳朵听的声音，那个我们叫做六尘。那这边的翻译是把它当作是那个六尘。So these two characters, the first one, 尘, the original meaning means dust particle, and lao means weary. You probably have to work hard, but this character has other meaning besides dust particle, and it means dust. It can mean small particle, as we say, the particle of dust is very tiny, and it can, of course, dust are dirty, so it can mean defilement. But it can also mean the sense objects. We have 5 senses: our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. And our eyes see forms, see things, see objects. Our ears hear sounds. And those are what we call the sense objects. The Chinese character is this character. Here, this translation is taking that as a definition: perceived objects, sense objects. So this stresses this character now, stress of entanglement with perceived objects. But the dictionary actually explains it's a easy, simpler definition here. It just means the affliction that fatigue the mind. So this will cover the both characters. The first character is affliction. Second character is fatigue, making you really tired. So now, that character means labor, making you work really hard. And affliction make you really tired. 所以这边，如果我们就是从烦恼来看的话，比较简单一点，就是说，你修三昧、修定的目的是要断烦恼，但是你淫心如果不除的话， 你的烦恼你不可能断烦恼。你有淫欲心的话，淫欲心本身就是个烦恼，所以你不可能有烦恼。So if we take the affliction as the meaning of this, it would be probably easier to explain that. You practice meditation and want to enter samadhi, the purpose is to end and dispel your affliction. However, if you are not, you cannot transcend, cannot renounce, you still have your sexual desire, then you won't be able to transcend affliction. You will still have afflictions. This is Master's instruction. 他讲的就是淫欲心要是不除的话，你想修到开悟成佛，那是无有是处，不可能的事情。所以如果淫欲心不除，那想要成佛的话是不可能的事情。So the Master said very clearly, if you don't renounce sexual desire and if you want to become a Buddha, no way you'll become a Buddha. So if you want to become a Buddha, you have to get rid of your sexual desire. 那这个也就是为什么在出家人的具足戒里头，第一条戒就是要断言，也就是我们的四种七力明慧里头，第一个就是讲的要断言。So this is also the reason why the Bhikkhu precept, the first major precept is and refrain from sexual activity. And in the four clear teachings on purity, number one is also to renounce sexual desire. 那这是我们昨天谈到这里 ，so we spend this whole time this review up to this point, start here, and we'll continue. 那我们继续谈上人的讲解。This is the Master's continuation of the instruction. 上人继续讲的这个最愚痴的人，又要有欲心，又要开悟。这种思想是最的。So there are people who want to keep their sexual desire, but they also want to be united. Say this is the most stupid thing you can think about it. 这种人是最不可以教化的。即使释迦牟尼佛现在出世的话，也没有办法让这种人正果。So the Master said that. These people, this kind of person, this kind of people are the stupidest. Even if Shakyamuni Buddha appear in the world now, he won't be able to teach such kind of people. 我们继续念的是 continue the sutra， 纵有多智，禅定显前，如不断言，必落魔道。上品魔王，中品魔民，下品魔女。Even very intelligent people who can enter samadhi while practicing meditation in stillness will be certain to fall into the realm of demons upon their rebirth if they have not renounced sexual activity. The best among them will become kings among demons. Those at intermediate levels will be members of demon force. Female demons will enter those levels. 这边就是讲的，你如果不断淫的话，你即使有禅定，就是入了定，而且你很聪明，你一定会落到魔道。就是不管你多聪明，你有定。但是你不断淫的话，一定会落到魔道。上品呢就是当了魔王，中品是魔民，一般的 眷属，下边是魔念。So even if you are very intelligent, and you can also enter samadhi, but you don't renounce sexual activity, then you certainly will fall into the realm of demons. So no matter how smart you are, and no matter what samadhi you can enter, you will become a demon if you don't renounce sexual desire. And among the demons, the highest level is the demon king. The intermediate level is just the demon followers, and the female demons are the lowest levels. 彼等诸佛诸魔欲有徒众，各个自谓成无上道。These demons will attract groups of disciples and will tell them that they have realized and surpassed enlightenment. 其实讲的这些魔呢，也都有的他的徒弟徒众，然后他们每一个人自己就是魔呢，都说自己成了无上道。无上道就是成佛的意思，说他们每一个人都是已经成佛了。So these demons will attract lots of disciples, and they will tell them that they have all realized and surpassed enlightenment, which means become Buddha already. 这个就是我们一般就可以看到很多地方有很多的信众。这个是不是魔的眷属也有可能，是不是？ So we'll see that there are many places there are lots of disciples, and the demons we don't know maybe like that. 当然就是我们曾经讲过，我们比如说像在西雅图那边有我们的金圣寺、金峰寺，然后附近有另外一个道场，那个道场的信众很多很多。 可是我们金峰寺没有几个，上面就是讲说，其实那个道场是魔的道场，也吸引了很多徒众。I remember the master said that when he was at Seattle, we had a branch monastery there, Gold Summit monastery, and nearby there was another monastery belonged to other group, and that monastery is full of people. And yet, our branch, Gold Summit, is very few people there. And the master said that actually that place is a demon. 那为什么这些魔的地方会有这么多人？那你真正正法的地方没有太多人。Why is the case that the demonic place, demons will attract lots of people? 为什么会那样子？大家想一想 ，think about it. Why is that? What's most attractive thing to people? 什么东西最吸引人？一般人最吸引的是什么？是不是神通 ？Spiritual, psychic power, right? When you have those supernatural power, people just go there, they rest there. But if you don't have that kind of power, you don't show them, people are not interested, right? 你有神通的话，你现一现神通，一大堆人会抢着去，是不是？那上面就讲说，他一天到晚讲六大宗旨，大家都听腻了，我听得你懂了，还在讲这个，当然就不来听了。The master said, people complain that the master always talking about six guiding principles, no fighting, no greed, no sick, etc. Everybody knows about it. Why you keep talking about it? It's why you couldn't attract more people, and yet a demonic place attract lots of people. I think it's the main reason. 很多地方像台湾也好，很多地方其实它有很多很多的徒众，非常多。那些领导的人物都是会现神通的，现神通。那这个现神通其实是不是真正他们的能力，那是一个问题。So, you know, even many places like in Taiwan, there are groups that attract lots and lots of people. And the reason why they can attract that many people is because the leader has some spiritual power. Okay, but whether it's a real spiritual power, we don't really know. And it can be the demonic power, ghost power. And yet, ordinarily, they cannot tell. They just notice that these people have the supernatural power. So they just follow that, they just go there. 所以这个是为什么说他这个魔跟每一个徒众讲说你们大家都成佛了，所以大家都很高兴。So everybody is very happy because everybody become a Buddha already. Right? You don't need to come to here and still meditate and bow to the Buddhas. 我们继续念下去。So let's continue the text. 我灭度后，末法之中，多子魔名，炽盛世间，广行贪淫为善知识，令诸众生若爱见坑是不离路。After my nirvana, in the time of the Dharma ascending, many such demonic forces will sweep like wildfire across the world and will openly parade their lustfulness while pretending to be good and wise teachers. These demons will cause beings to fall into the pit of sexual desire and wrong views concerning desire, and they will stray off the road to perfect enlightenment. 这边就讲得很清楚了。那个佛陀他说到灭度以后呢，在末法之中，多子魔名，炽盛世间，这类的魔啊，很多很多的，在世界里头，在这世间很多。所以我们现在看到很多的就是这样子。So this is the Buddha say that after his nirvana, in this usually we say Dharma ending age, this time of Dharma's ending, many demons, demonic forces will sweep like wildfire across the world. Many demons were there. They openly parade their lustfulness by pretending to be good and wise teachers. 他们很广行贪淫，他们就讲说你要多行淫欲，行淫，那这样子是最低的修行方法。那他们都自己自称是善知识。就是那结果呢，就让了他的徒众呢落到爱见坑里头，失掉菩提路。这爱呢，指的是讲的是那个欲，爱欲嘛。见是说是的那个错误的见解，就是你落到这个爱欲这个坑里头，失掉菩提路。失掉了那个成佛开悟的路，迷路的路。So these demons will openly just parade the lustfulness. They encourage people to engage in lust, in sexual activity, and they even say that it's the best way to become enlightened. And they pretend to be the good teachers, and they will cause people, the followers, to fall into the pit of sexual desire and wrong views. And these people the disciples will fall, and they will stray off the road to perfect enlightenment. They'll get lost from the road to enlightenment. 这个就是上面在解释那个这边刚刚讲的这边，so This is the master the explanation of what we just read there。就说这个让所有的众生都在爱这个音律的心上。讲这个爱尽坑啊，爱是这个音律的心上，音律这坑里头，把菩提的路给失去了，跑到哪里去了？跑到地狱里去了。So the master said that the here translation is pit of desire, right? Sexual desire and the wrong views. That's what the master is talking about. That fall into that kind of pit and get lost on the path to enlightenment. 跑到哪里去了？跑到地狱去。So where do they go? They go to the hell. So 这边是寄送大家也很清楚的，懵懂传懵懂，一传两不懂，师父下地狱，土地往里滚。This is a verse I think people are familiar with. If one who stays transmits the delusion to another, when all is said and done, neither one understands. The teacher falls into the hells, and the disciples follow in after him. 这个懵懂就是说不懂的事情，意思是不懂，这个迷迷糊糊的人，这个不懂是不懂道理的人传给不懂道理的人，一传呢两不懂，这个传过去以后两个都不懂，就是师父也不懂，徒弟也不懂，然后呢，结果是师父就下了地狱，徒弟呢就往里拱，往地狱那边去。往里面挤去，就是也急着要去，也就是说，师父跟徒弟都下了地狱。This the first line. I'm not sure this is the best translation. It says one who is dead transmits the delusion to another. The way I understand is that a confused one transmits to another confused one. Means that the master is confused, and he teaches the confused disciple, and the result is both don't understand, right? And then the master will fall into the hells. The disciples also following. That's what the master is talking about. This verse used a lot. 这就是在上面用这个来解释，你碰到这个。不懂事的，不是真的善知识，甚至一些恶知识的时候，会有这个结果。你不懂得真正的佛法，那师父把你带到地狱里去了。So this is to explain that when you follow a bad teacher, wrong, here we use that false teacher. And the result is the false teacher will fall into the hells in your following. That's why it's important to follow the good, the right teacher, good one. 这是为什么善知识这么重要 ？Continue the text， 继续经文。儒教世人修三摩地，先断行云，是名。如来贤佛世尊第一决定清净明白。Therefore, when you teach people to practice samadhi, first teach them to rid their minds of sexual desire. That is the first of the four clear and definitive instructions on purity that have been given by the second one and by all the Buddhas of the past well on the West. 这个等于是一个结论，对不对？你教世人。这佛陀告诉阿难尊者说，以后你教人家的时候，教人家修三摩地，三摩地就是定，修定要怎么样？要修定要先断心淫，要先把淫欲心给断了。那这个就是如来是讲的佛法本身，还有先佛世尊，从前的佛。所有的佛的第一个决定清净明慧，所有的清净明慧的第一个，对不对？我讲的这个决定，肯定的清净 领会很清楚的教诲。So this the Buddha continued to instruct the Ananda. Say that when you teach people to practice samadhi, to practice meditation, then you need to first teach them to get rid of all sexual desire. Okay? And this is the first clear and definite instructions on purity, taught by the Buddha himself, Shakyamuni Buddha himself, and by all the Buddhas of the past. Okay? All the Buddhas taught this way, teach this way. So this is the number one clear and definite instruction. This is上面的开示这边 this master's instruction here 讲着有运性的是魔，菩萨没有运性。OK， 那魔爱人是有企图的，有所贪欲。菩萨也爱人，可是他没有贪欲，差别在这边。So those who have thoughts of us are demons, bodhisattvas have no lust. Demons have motives. They are greedy for things. Bodhisattvas have no material motives and are not greedy. 所以这边就我们讲得很清楚，你的有淫欲心就是魔，佛菩萨没有淫欲心。那魔也说爱人，菩萨也爱人，差别在哪里？就是这个魔说他爱人是有企图的，是有贪欲的，是那菩萨爱人呢是没有贪欲，没有淫欲，差别在这里。So those who have thoughts are demons, and Buddha's bodhisattvas have no thoughts of no lust. And demons say that they love people, and bodhisattvas also love people. The difference is that demons have motives. They have ulterior motives, and bodhisattvas have no ulterior motives, not greedy for anything. 这边就上面讲完这个为什么要决定清净明慧。So this mostly to explain why it's called clear and definite instruction on purity. 他就讲说这是一定不能改变的，所以叫决定义，而不是不定义，就是一定决定不能够改。So this is a clear instruction. And teach people how to be pure. And this is a fixed principle, and there is not the spirit of flexible. It's not to say that one can have lust or not have that. That's why it's called a definitive. There's no way to change that. It's like very very solid, and nobody can change that. 这个继续讲的是，一定要没有淫欲心。如果有淫欲心的话，那一定会落到魔道去。那你要想有淫欲心来开悟，那一定会落到魔的眷属里头去。So you must get rid of lust. You want to be enlightened and also hold on to your lust, then you certainly will join the retinue of demons. 前面上文也讲过，这个有点重复，就是你要开悟，然后不放弃，不除掉你的淫欲心的话，不可能开悟。有的话就是说成了魔眷属去。So I think this is a bit of repetition of what I'm talking about, that you cannot hold on to your lustful thought and while you want to become enlightened. There's no way. If you do not renounce your sexual desire and want to become enlightened, it's more likely you'll fall into become demons follow. 接下来经文里头有个譬喻，说 this is an energy in the sutra text. 若不断言，修禅定者如真砂石，欲其成饭。One who practices entering samadhi while practice meditation in stillness, without renouncing sexual activities, like one who cooks sand in the hope that it will turn into rice. 经百千劫，指明热茶何以故？此非梵本，砂石成故。100,000 years might pass, and it would still be nothing but hot sand. Since it wasn't rice to begin with, it was merely sand. 这个四种清净明慧，都有一个譬喻在，而且这个譬喻都是很生动、很恰当的譬喻。这边一个譬喻就是说，你不断言，然后来修禅定的话，像什么？譬喻是什么？你蒸砂，你把砂拿去煮，你希望把它煮成饭，那有可能。So for each clear teachings, there's one analogy, and this analogy are really good analogies. And this one here is that you don't cut off, renounce your sexual desire, and you won't enter samadhi. And the analogy is like you are cooking sand in the hope to you'll turn into rice. Is that possible? 你不管这个砂石蒸多久，你的电锅里头你把它煮多久，经百千劫煮出来的只是热砂，它不会成饭。为什么呢？因为这本身不是米嘛，对不对？它是砂和石的，它不是米，它不能成米饭，就是原来就是砂，所以再煮再久它还是砂，只是变热了。So 100,000 years might pass, it would still be nothing but hot sand. Why is that? Since it wasn't rice to begin with. So you want to cook rice, and you need to use rice, right? And now you are not using rice, you use sand. And of course, no matter how long you cook, it's still sand, but it's become a hot sand, that's all. 那这个就是解释说你要修禅定，那不断言的话，你不可能真正的入禅定，更不可能开悟。就像你要煮饭，你必须用砂石，你用砂石的话，你不可能煮成饭。So this is talking about that if you want to enter samadhi and you don't want to you don't renounce your sexual activities, sexual desire, and there's no way you will be able to enter samadhi. Just like there's no way you can, the sand can become rice, no matter how long you cook. And so this is totally impossible. If you don't renounce sexual desire, you won't be able to become enlightened. 上面就是讲说，这个真正的没有允许的时候会怎么样？眼观心色内无有，耳听尘世心不知。So this is the master talking about the state of being without sexual desire. So state, your eyes see forms, but inside there's nothing. Your ears hear their violent sounds, but the mind does not know them. 是这边我常常听到眼观心色内无有，就是你眼睛看到有形有色的东西，但是呢，内心里头没有，你心里头没有到心里头去。同样的，你耳听尘世是一些世间的事情，但是你心不知，你心里头等于没有传到你的心里头去。So even if you see things, but inside in your mind, there's nothing there. It doesn't register in your mind. Now, when you hear something, but your mind unaware of it， 这个有没有可能是这样子？你说你看到东西，但是你心里头就像没有看到一样，你听到一些事情，但是好像你没有听到一样。那这是一种，是一个定律，对不对？你不随着境转。你如果是看到外境，看到什么形形色色的东西，你就注意到了，那你就会跟着它跑，你就不会说内无有，对不对？心不知，你是内有，然后心知。So if you caught up with the outside environment, the forms, sounds, then your mind are aware of it, and you will follow those things, the external states. Then that means that you are not samadhi, you don't have samadhi. 所以你真正的说没有离离虚的话，就是你不管看到怎么好看的东西，怎么漂亮的，你不会动心的意思。So let's talk about that. If you really have no sexual desire, no matter how beautiful things outside may be, you won't notice that. Okay? And no matter how nice the song is, you won't pay attention to it. 然后不管外头的声音是有多好听，你不会动心。如果真的是这样的话，你就表示说你有点，你修行有惑。So if you can be like that, then you've got the door going for you. 我想我们今天就谈到这边，we'll stop here for maybe questions, comments. 大家有问题的话，可以这时候提出来。If you have any questions, you can bring that up. 线上不是有一个问题吗？就昨天的问题没有回答。那先回答那个问题吧。It's a yesterday question. Talk about that first. Okay. Is your question? Okay, go ahead.
Yesterday you talked about if people have multiple partners, that their energy is split into that they have. Is there a way to reverse that, or is repentance a way to bring our energy back, or is it reversible?
Your voice is a bit soft. Can you put your microphone closer to the mouth?
Yesterday, Master, you talked about with the people having multiple partners, and that if the energy the soul becomes split, numerous partners, is there a way to repent or reverse that, or is that permanent?
Not I know. This is instruction from the Master. He talked about this, but he never said that. How can you collect your souls back together? He said that it's very difficult to have those things coming back together again, and that's why he advised people not to walk down that road. It's very, very dangerous. But if it has happened and you're not a witness, you don't know the instruction before, what you can do is don't do that anymore, and try to repent, and the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas will help you out. 他的问题就是昨天讲到，就是如果跟一个以上的人有性行为的话， 到死了以后会分离。每一个人，如果说结婚、离婚、再婚的话，就是你跟两个人有关系，那死了以后就会分成你的灵会分成两半，你跟3个人、跟4个人就分得更多。那他的问题就是说，有没有办法把这个灵给凑回来？就说你分的灵可不可以把它凑回来？我的上人并没有讲说怎么样把灵怎么补救的方法，他只是警告我们说，你如果是这样子的话，灵一分出去以后，要这样聚回来是很困难的事情。所以我们说一世人生万劫难破这样子。那我也不晓得你有没有办法说把那个分子的灵，然后把它聚回来。那我相信，如果说你事前中间不晓得这个利害关系，那已经做了这种事情，那当然就不要再往这条路上走去。你如果诚心的忏悔的话，要相信佛菩萨上人还是会帮助你避雷之力，是我的回答。另外一个问题。
来自中国辽宁朝阳的刘晓辉，他问老师，请问受完大观斋戒之后，需要每个月僧戒吗？The master, after I receive the 8 precepts, should I recite the precepts every month?
大观斋戒怎么诵戒？一般5戒、8戒这个很简单，没有去诵，对不对 ？I don't think you usually will recite the 5 precepts or 8 precepts. They are very short. You just run through that. And it's not like Bodhisattva precepts. 它不像那个菩萨戒很多，所以我会诵。就是八关斋戒一般是没有说特别去诵，那个反正你自己不要忘掉就好。Usually like Bodhisattva precept, you need to recite that twice a month. But for 8 precepts, I don't think there is such thing. It's such a short thing, you don't forget about the 8 precepts. That's it. 但是那个八关斋戒里头，就是说我想的话会想到就是那个6斋日的问题，因为你那个1个月里头有6天要持八关斋戒嘛，我不晓得他会不会是想这个问题。Along the line is that after you taken the 8 Bodhisattva precepts, you have to uphold the 8 precepts 6 days every month. I'm not sure whether this person was talking about that. So for a definite 6 days every month, you have to uphold the 8 precepts. I'm not sure whether it meant that. 不晓得他是不是这个问题。有没有其他问题 ？Other questions? 我们今天带餐的时候有这么一首寄送，提出来和大家复习。Today, when we bow to the repentance, there's a verse. I think it's very nice. I have here to remind everyone. And if you don't know, that's a chance you study it. 讲着水流不长满，火猛不久燃。日出须臾，月满已得亏。尊荣好贵者，无常不过世。念当勤精进，顶礼无上尊。I don't have the English translation, sorry about it. What it means is that when you have water running, then you won't be full, but always full. This is like when you have a sink, right? You have the faucet keep running, but you also you don't plug the outlet, then the sink won't be full, right? You'll never fill that sink if you're a leak. 这水流不常满，就像一个水槽一样，你这个水龙头一直开着，但是下头一直在漏，这不可能满，对不对？不可能满。火猛不久燃，你一个很烈的火，它不可能烧久，那个材料一下就是燃料一下就烧完了。So this is talking about blazing fire won't last long because you run out of fuel very soon, right? And when the fire is very strong, and you run out of fuel very quickly, so you won't last long. 日出呢，须臾梦。Sun rises, but very soon you'll see sunset, right? 日出了以后，很快的就日没了。我们一天过一天，就是今天第3天已经结束了。月满已得亏，满月的时候，它马上已经在亏了。你看到它满月的时候，它已经其实在亏了，已经变成不是满月。So when you see the full moon, it start to become crescent already, right? It won't be full all the time. It will start to become crescent moon. 尊荣好贵者，无常富过世。你不管你是多么富有的人，多么尊贵的一位，无常富过世，你不可能永远是这样，你不可能永远是那么富有，那么高贵。So no matter how wealthy you are, how high position you have, it won't last forever. 念当勤精进 so you have to be mindful and you need to be vigorous all the time. So try to be as vigorous as possible. And this is talking about the bowing to the Buddha, 听力无上最听力离佛。这个寄送我们大概是拜到现在第一次看到寄送，这个寄送是讲得很清楚也很好，所以我提出来跟大家分享。Other questions？ 有其他问题
So we talked a lot about cutting off sexual desire for purity. Is there any practical way to do that Basha can share with us? Exactly how to do that?
To cut off sexual desire.
老师讲到断淫，有没有什么实用的方法技巧可以分享一下？
That's a tough question. I think you try to work hard as much as possible, and the more you cultivate the less desire you have. Like what I can think about is like the Universal Law chapter, saying that if you can always recite Guan's name and pay respect to Guan Yin, then your three poisons will reduce day by day. So that's one way to do it. 我想到就是你多修行，很自然的就是你的那个欲就会慢慢的减轻。那在普门品里头有讲到，就是你常念恭敬观世音菩萨，就会离贪嗔痴，对不对？那个贪就是讲到贪欲嘛，贪淫欲，所以就是三毒有慢慢减轻。多修行的话，很自然的那个你的这个慢减轻。I noticed that there were like a couple young people, and they start to read the sutra from a very young age. And when they grow up, it seems to me they don't have very little sexual desire, or even have no sexual desire. 我的经验里头，有遇到有1-2个很年轻的佛教徒，他们从小就开始在读佛经、背佛经。长大以后，我的观察是，他们好像没有这方面的欲望，没有这方面的欲望。 And so if you have kids at home, encourage them to read sutras. Okay? If you want them to walk along this way, because if you want them to have more children, then it's a different thing. 所以，如果说家里都有孩子，你希望孩子走上这条路的话，从小就让他们多念佛经，那会有帮助，他们的那个欲望就会比较轻，比一般人的念。This is very difficult, right? We say that 食色性也 food and sex are in our nature. 那这个讲的那个告子讲说食色性也，那个是我们的本性，你知道吗？众生的本性是这样，所以要把这个东西断掉是很难的事情，有的人的欲望会比较轻一点，像我们出家人里头有很多就是童真出家的，从来没有结过婚的，但是也有很多是结过婚的，包括我自己在内。I think everybody is different, and there are people who have lesser desire. And for example, like for the monks or fellow monks, some never got married, right? And some, myself included, is married, is family. And you can see the difference there. But of course, it's not because of this life, it's because of the past lives. And they probably have already walked along this way and have made vows. They want to keep as pure as possible every life. 所以那也是他们从前的多生多劫的修行嘛。也是他们也许就是生生世世他发愿要童真入道，那就会保持这样子。像我们这种不是童真入道的，那就是要多努力，就是这样子。So try your best. So I can answer. 其他法师有没有可以谈一谈？ So I'm asking whether other monastics can help.
我觉得上一次特别提到的说，如果你特别在修行这个内念经、内念咒的话，就是对锻炼灵气是特别的有这个作用。那我曾经有听到有人告诉我说，本来他的身就是属于灵气很强的。自从他开始诵这个内念咒之后，就是非常明显这个运行很明显的消退，所以他的这个内念咒应该是一个很好的办法。
According to Venerable Master, Shravana Sutra and Mantra are effective ways to have a sexual desire. I also heard a lay person share with me that she had a strong desire, but after reciting the Shravana Mantra, the desire has effectively reduced.
有缘，大概结束了，已经超过8点半 ，time is up。
愿以此功德，庄严佛净土，三宝四重恩，相继三途苦，永永见闻者，悉发菩提心，尽此一方身，同生极乐。